Hey guys, welcome to a video about the Mazda. Mazda's been on the channel before. This is a CX-9 2022 Mazda CX-9 that my wife drives, so excuse the messiness here. This car has been on the channel before, but of course this is a renew beginning of the channel. So anyhow, just want to kind of talk to you about what's in the Mazda, what we got going on here with the Mazda, and kind of explain to everybody everything I've done to this car back when I was driving it, and now it's kind of like a mom-mobile situation going on here. It's a little bit of a mess. So anyhow, that's all right. First, let's talk about the red seats, the red leather seats. This is not how the Mazda came. This came with black seats. Wasn't a big fan of the black on black situation. I mean, it was what it was. But I wanted to change it. So I got cat skin leather seats. Over here, you can see the logo. These seats have been in this car for 4 years now. 4 years that these seats have been in the vehicle. And I designed them myself. You design everything you want. So these inserts I did black, and then I did black stitching, perforations in the middle. You can kind of see it here. Perforation seats in the middle, and then the sides just regular leather on the outsides here. And then I did the door section. I chose that to be red as well, and you can't really see it, but there's black stitching there. And again, sorry, there's stuff on the side of the door. It's kind of a mess in here. I had a chance to really clean it. There used to be a lot more carbon fiber in here. You see some down there, you see it right here. There's carbon fiber. Used to be a lot more on the steering wheel. She didn't like it, so I removed it, but there's still a little bit there. We do rock these awesome mirror cap covers. I love them. They're pretty sweet looking. And the reason I have this on here, this is not a CX-9 Mazda Speed, but now it kind of is because of all the things I've done to it. I have a 1-inch wheel spacers on this car that poke the wheels out a little more. I'm running a 285-inch, not 285, 265, sorry. I was thinking about my truck. 265 tire. It used to be 255, so a little wider tire. They squeezed onto the rim just fine. I also have the Cork Sport inlet intake system on this car. I had the Cork Sport catback exhaust system, so 80 millimeter exhaust all the way straight to the back, dual tips and everything like that. I have the intercooler from Cork Sport. I have the hot and cold side tubing from Cork Sport. So all that stuff's been redone. I have upgraded spark plugs from NGK, and then also I have a bunch of other things I've done along with performance stuff, such as I run a JB4 on this as well on map 2. We run 93 octane in this car to do that. You can throw an E30 mixture in this car to get a teeny bit more out of it, but you're talking maybe a few horsepower more. Let's see here, what else have we done? So yeah, the intercooler, the intake, the exhaust system, just a bunch of different things. And then also I have a bunch of other things going on with the car, with that tune from Burger Motorsports that I run on this, from the JB4. The JB4 has been on this car for a very long time. I've had not really issues with the JB4, but issues with the harness, the lower section of the harness that goes into the intercooler. Since it's so open to elements down there, and everything like that, it did at one time get some water in it, I guess, and it kind of corroded a little bit and caused some signal issues. I cleaned that up and I found out that the water was getting through where the O-rings used to be for the wiring to go through the plug. So what I did is I took some silicone and put it around there and sealed it up real nice. And after I cleaned it out real good, and then cleaned the sensor as well, and then put that back on, and I haven't had a single issue, and it's been about a year since I've done that. And I did both sides on that sensor that goes on the outside of the engine. The other sensors are inside the engine bay, so they don't have any issues on the JB4. And then, of course, the cable that runs in through the door jammed into the OBD 2 port. And then running the JB4 on this thing, it makes a difference. This thing definitely, on the track, I've had this thing at 145, and it got there pretty quick. So this thing's got the 145 before on the track. Of course, not breaking any laws to do that on the highway or anything like that. But this thing gets up pretty quick and goes pretty fast. The only thing I don't like about this car is the first gear. First gear is very short, but I found a way around that. So if you guys ever, if you have a newer CX-9, there's a all-wheel drive, like traction button over there. It kind of looks like you're driving on a mountain. If you hit that button, and then you also put the car in sport mode. So you put it in sport, so you have both of those on. I can't really reach over there and hit that right now. And then go to manual mode. This thing will let you rev out to 6,000 and a little bit above RPM, and it will not auto shift for you if you do that. So again, hit that little mountain icon thing over there, and then put this baby in sport, and then go to manual mode and shift it yourself, and you can get a little more RPM out of this. And especially if you're running the JB4, it makes a giant difference. You're able to hold on to that RPM a little longer, and you just fly. Spark plugs, I leave the spark plugs at about 0.026. So 0.026 is where I got my spark plugs. The regular Mazdas are like a 0.030, I think, somewhere around there. Maybe some of them are 0.0232, I should say. But I did mine 2.6, and the reason I did 0.026 is because Cork Sport's website says if you're running any kind of tune to gap your spark plugs down to 0.026. That's for the Cobb tune they have for the 2.5 liter turbo engine for the Mazda 3. I don't know how that tune wouldn't work for this car, but they don't sell it for this car. So that's why another reason I have the JB4, but also working with Terry and stuff over there at Burger Motorsports. Terry Berger is basically one of the owners of Burger Motorsports. Him and another guy kind of, team up on that company together, and he has a bunch of other workers that work for him that do behind the scenes stuff. But anyhow, from what I understand, the JB4 is the best option for this. Don't try one of those race chips. You can't see any of your boost numbers. You can't do anything special. I mean, I can sit here and go to a custom map on this car and run 5 pounds of boost because of all the upgrades I have and have no issues. And 5 pounds of boost, I'm telling you right now, guys, 5 pounds of boost is definitely a monster in this baby. And I think I have it sitting at like 4.5. 4 pounds is what map 2 does, but 4.5 is what I have map 6 set up for. And I go to map 6 every now and then with the map sensor mappings for the fuel and adjust that, so that way the fuel's changed a little bit for when I'm running ethanol. Usually I do that in the summer, though. I don't really do that in the winter because it's just too cold. But I do all that stuff, change everything, and the JB4, man, it makes a difference. If you want something in your CX-9 that makes a difference, check it out. And if you have a CX-90 and you're here on this channel looking at the CX-9 and stuff, they also make a JB4 for the CX-90. All the models is a CX-90, because I know there's 2 different levels of that motor, I believe. So other than that, guys, that's kind of it, really. I just wanted to kind of go over it, and then This car will be more on the channel, hopefully a little cleaner next time. Unfortunately, it is, December, and the kids have food in here and stuff, and my wife doesn't really, I don't know, she doesn't really clean her car a whole lot because she doesn't have a whole lot of time. She kind of works out of it. Most of her job requires her to drive to places, and we just choose for her to drive her own car versus a company car, just because the reimbursement for mileage and stuff like that is actually a better deal than what the other way would be. So anyway, guys, have a great day. I'll see you on the next one, and more to come on this channel, of course, of a bunch of different stuff. But I just thought I'd bring you the Mazda CX-9 and let you know where it's at and what it has, and just kind of give you guys a little bit of information about it. So other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.